This gundaism cannot be permitted. People who've done this, strictest possible action needs to be taken against them. Stay with me on the broadcast. We are a country that says Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, the world is my home. And if this is how students from the Northeast or people from the Northeast are treated, this is unacceptable. Mona Lisa Arthur, as somebody from Manipur who stays in Delhi, works in Delhi, is this discrimination all prevalent or restricted to some areas of some pockets of Delhi?
No, I don't think it's discriminated. It's restricted, Gaurav. It's all over Delhi. It's not just Delhi. It's in a lot of the metros. But it's because we're concentrated in a lot of areas. Like we live maybe in Kotla. A lot of Northeast students live in Kotla or in DU. So it's more prevalent there maybe. Okay. But otherwise, discrimination, I think anyway, if you generalize it, it's gone down a lot from what it was like 10 years ago. It's a lot less now.
You know, like both Mukut Methi, former Chief Minister, MP, he's saying, or as Sanjay Takam is saying, as politicians, they've done a lot, or they've been trying to do a lot to ensure that there is sensitization, that people appreciate that, you know, Mongoloid features or not, we are all one India, we are people from one country. Has that worked or that hasn't worked? That hasn't had the desired result?
No, I think a lot has changed. Now we have the, like you said, the Northeast Cell in the Delhi Police, which wasn't, which did not exist earlier. But I think it's a two-way street. You know, we also promote discrimination. Like if it was somebody from Bihar, we would just say 21-year-old student killed in Delhi. We would not say 21-year-old Bihari. Like here we say 21-year-old student from Arunachal. No, we also promote this discrimination, I think so. The situation has changed a lot in about 20 years now, but
what, you know, according to you, as a woman who stayed in Manipur, now works in Delhi, what is it that needs to be done to ensure incidents like this should not happen again? I mean, a student has a different hairstyle. Because of his hairstyle, because of the way he looks, this discrimination, this leads to a fight and he's killed. How do you ensure something like this doesn't happen again?
It's like I said again, it's a two-way street. From what I've seen, like 20 years, I've lived here 20 years, you know, like, and like how we say, you know, I'm sure you've heard it a lot of times that we are very different there. We don't know what eve teasing is. We're not raped back home. Somebody does not pinch your behind on a bus, you know. But when we come here, we also have to learn that the culture is different here. Like I keep telling a lot of Northeast students, what you wear in the mall, the shorts, the hot pants that you wear in the mall, you cannot wear in Kotla Mubarakpur and then think you'll get away with it. It's unfair. It's definitely unfair, but it's a fact, you know. So we also have to be sensitive to the Delhi culture, just as people from there have to be sensitive to the way we are. Okay.
And we're also talking about the role of the Delhi police. The role of the Delhi police here is under cloud. The Delhi police, when they heard of this incident, they picked up this boy, Nido Taniam. He was taken to the police station. That's the picture of that boy on your television screen. 18-year-old youngster from Arunachal Pradesh, sported a different hairdo, a different hairstyle. And because of this, there was a fight and he was lynched. One, this is unacceptable. Something like this should never happen. Two, what did the Delhi police do? Did the Delhi police go after that shopkeeper? Did the Delhi police arrest that shopkeeper or the other gundas with that shopkeeper when this incident initially took place? They took this boy away. They brought this boy back. The same shopkeeper, the same group of youngsters, they bashed him up again, this time so bad that he died at his house in Green Park. Clearly here, Mona Lisa, the role of the Delhi police is also under cloud.
Definitely, because...
Is the Delhi police cooperative? If, God forbid, if you were to complain to the Delhi police, are they cooperative of your friends?
You know, it would be a different situation for me because when I flash my press card, things change and you know how it works. But otherwise, like for example, there was a problem in Gurgaon once. A girl was molested by her neighbor. She worked in a mall in Gurgaon. It was dark. She was molested by her neighbor. They complained. The police did not take her complaint. And the first thing, they should have taken her for a medical checkup, which they did not. The next day, they gherav out the police station. Nothing happened. Then they called me. I went to Gurgaon, and that's when the difference, there was a difference then. So I think this, the Delhi police or the Gurgaon police, Haryana police, the sensitization,
they need to be sensitized.
Sensitized on the, how we are. we face discrimination with the police, definitely, but I think things are changing compared to maybe 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. I think Delhi police has changed. Like, again, I emphasize on the Northeast cell, which I think is also run by a Northeast police officer.
That's right.
Robin Hibu. So, things are changing, yes, but...
Okay, but a lot more needs to be done very clearly in this incident. The role of the Delhi police. Now, Robin Hibu, earlier as DCP West or as additional CP in the Delhi police, may have been able to do some bits, but the sensitization of the Delhi police, while that's one aspect of the story, perhaps exemplary punishment against those officers of the Delhi police for dereliction of duty. The question remains, what action did they take against the shopkeeper and his friends initially, who went and bashed up this youngster from the Northeast, from Arunachal Pradesh? We are waiting for a word from the Delhi police. Delhi police sources have told headlines today that they are investigating this matter. They are trying to get more information on this and they will take action against students who were involved in this. Arunachal student killed after a racist attack, and this story is also going viral online, on the social media. There is tremendous criticism, and now that there is a new government in Delhi, and as Mukut Methi, former chief minister of Arunachal Pradesh and member of parliament, as he was telling us, there is a new government in Delhi. That government needs to do a lot more to sensitize people. Mona Lisa, at this point of time, one major issue remains sensitization. People need to be sensitized that we are one country, whether we are from Kashmir or Kanyakumari, from Arunachal Pradesh or Gujarat, we are one India, and that message seems should go down the rank and file in this country.
It should. I hope it does, because for example, it's just what I faced. I faced it myself. Like when we used to live in Greater Kailash, we went downstairs for dinner to the landlord's house, and the landlord's son later said, can you come out for a movie with us and everything. So we had work the next day. We said no. But when I was leaving, I overheard his friend saying, acha hua nahi aaya, ye to chinky hai yaar. So that chinky attitude, if it's from Kashmir, we automatically call them terrorists. It happens everywhere. If a Kashmiri was to look for a house away from Jamia Nagar, maybe it would be difficult for him, just like it's difficult for us sometimes. In DU, it's easy because now they know us better, and I don't believe in this landlords charge us more, because I think they're just out for money, so that's different. But in DU, they would recognize us. Maybe not in Jangpura. We were looking for a house. The owner was a former Supreme Court judge. He said, everything is fine, you can come tomorrow. We went the next day. There was a story in the paper about how Northeast women have been selling drugs and everything. He did not ask me anything. He just said, I'm sorry, we're from a respectable family, we can't give you the house.
Okay. So education is the key, knowledge is the key, as Mona Lisa Arthur is also pointing out. Mona Lisa.